Hello everybody, welcome back to 7 Days. Today we're going to be playing around in mods day 2. The reason why I went ahead and separated these videos out is, first off, I don't know how long the other video is going to edit down to. Probably 5 minutes. But the main thing is so that people who are just looking for a way to mod their games, they only have to watch that one. This one is going to be more of Liz Labsing. Sure, I can turn that into a verb. Yeah, okay, sure. We're going to be Liz Labsing the mods list that I currently have. First off, let's go ahead and take a peek at the mods list itself that we're going to be working on for the series that I am dubbing Evacuation. Did I pull the other? There we go. Now it's definitely the same stuff. All right. Okay, what we're going to be doing is, first off, let's talk about the series itself. For those of you who are just popping out here, because I know during the first episode, editing Liz is probably going to get very, very frustrated that she's going to have to do some links, but to talk about the mods list for the upcoming series, this is going to be the video where I actually have a discussion on what we're doing inside this mod. I hope all of the mods actually work. I don't know yet. That's what today is going to be. It's going to be a mods list that I kind of create on my own with a concept in mind. So what it basically is going to be like floor is lava equals evacuation center city something. It's a work in progress, guys. Basically, I'm going to try and make myself a big city map, and after I get off the ground floor, I must not touch the ground floor again. We're going to go with, there is a release of some heavy gas that is along the bottom edges of the ground, and because that is there in the city, we cannot go to ground floor, because that is where the heavy gas has settled along all of the shop floors. Now, because of that, we're going to have to figure out a way of going into the city, clearing buildings out, getting to a specific area, which I don't know where it's going to be at. We're just going to go with that and let it roleplay as it does. Probably, I would think, like a parking garage or something like that. And we're going to try and create a way out of world, like a gyro or something to that effect. That is the kind of goal, but there's going to be a couple of things working for us and a couple of things working against us. I do have the, let's actually, you can't see all of the mods that I have here. And let me make them a little bit bigger so you guys can actually see what was written. Not all of these are easy to tell what they are. I think some of them are. Okay, like skyscraper, it basically makes it to where you don't get just like a couple of skyscrapers. I want to make sure that we have lots and lots of skyscrapers. Lots and lots of tall buildings would be preferable, because we're going to have to try and work our way from one building to another building without going to ground. I have no idea how that's going to work. For all I know, it could be completely horrible, because there are some pretty decent-sized gaps between buildings and in certain areas, so it's going to be a work in progress. I also have the thing called Stay Clear. Once I kill a group of zombies out of a building, they're not coming back. Now, that having been said, we also will have the Romero mod going. Anybody who has played the Romero mod knows that zombies are not going to be easy to kill. It's headshots only. The body does a little bit of damage, but it's mostly headshots. You definitely have to aim for the head in order to kill the zombies. And secondly, the wandering hordes are pretty serious. As such, there's not going to be a horde night, because the horde can show up anytime. I could just be clearing a building and suddenly get swarmed by 30 zombies that all I can do is try to aim for the head and hope that I can kill them. That's going to be this thing. Also, there's going to be a couple of other things. If I die, I lose everything. Now, I'm going to augment it because I don't think I want to lose... I don't mind losing all of my levels. I do mind losing all of my levels. It's going to suck. But I don't think I want to lose my skill books. Or I might leave my skill books, because there's also another mod on here that I haven't quite decided on. The mod is going to be where I can take skill books that I no longer want and scrap them down to create new skill books. So if I get to where I have died, I lost all of my gear, I lost all of my skill points, I'm basically starting out as a new character, but in this case, I might have a quicker time of being able to get back to where I was at, as far as tech goes or something like that, because I can craft my own skill books, and that is also going to be going into the added cost of there's a 50% chance that when I repair my items, they will go down a level. I think there's a way of making it to where level 1s don't break. I'm not sure. We're going to tinker with that. That's one of the things that we're dealing with. Was there anything else that was in there? We do have more loot bags, and the loot bags will stick around longer, because if I'm trying to kill off a 30 zombie group and I'm not having any horde nights, I'm going to need the loot from those zombies in order to make any progress whatsoever. Because it might be a little while before I can move from building to building to building. I have to find weapons, and I'm not going to be able to repair those weapons as often as I used to, or risk losing weapons. Let's see, we've got the beehives, we've got chicken coops. I was hoping to find something that allowed more food, but I don't think that that's really going to work, and that might actually work against me, because there's going to be you have this percentage to get food. That food will be one of however many are in the list of foods, and if there's more in the list, there's less of a chance I'll actually get things that will allow me to craft things, so maybe I just leave those off. Okay, so we covered the mostly dead. We covered... I don't think we covered any of these. There's going to be a whole lot more different types of zombies, including some very large zombies. I'm pretty sure the Romero mod can use these zombies. I have no idea. I've actually never played with these that I know of. I also have it to where the traders are open 24 hours a day, and their buildings, I hope, are damageable, because I can't go to ground level, which means I would have to beat through a roof in order to get them. I would like to be able to make it to where I could open up the ability to lay down a trader. Like if I get a certain amount of skill points in one of the trading things, that would be characteristic wise. If I was trying to do character development, the better I am at my social skill, the more likely I am to attract people to want to trade with me, and therefore I would be able to set up a trade area. And I could put a trader down. I don't know if I would be able to do that. I know that there is you can get a trader block mod. I would have to, I think, personally restrict myself from being able to lay the traders down in order to use it. I don't think that there is a way of tying it into skills. The Dova less grind is basically you get more items per hit. I don't know what that is. That's actually one of the mods that we're going to dig through to find out what the percentage difference is, because I don't want it to be easy, but I don't want it to be a grind. I want it to be action, not grindy. So I've got that. I don't know how much we're going to use it. We've got a UI. We've got remember day and time. I've got that on there, but I don't know if it's going to work with the UI. We're going to test it. And I want to be able to remove the date and time, because the horde nights won't matter. And in this type of survival situation, we wouldn't be able to keep track of days anyway. So we'll just see. Actual book piles adds more books in for piles. Chances are things like the book buildings and stuff like that, because all of those are on ground floor. The only thing I would be able to do is get the stuff off the roof. I would not be able to go inside the stores. The nauseous gas is down there and would kill me. So we would not be able to do that. So any piles that exist on rooftops or above the ground floor or whatever, these are going to be the ones that I actually have a chance of getting. And I think that's clear, right? We do have the Walking Dead menu zip, but I have no idea if we're going to use that. And the ability to rename our zombies. So what we're going to do is we have got all of those mods in here. What I'd like to do is be able to tear those things apart and find out what it is we want to use. First off, let's open this one and see if we can't tell exactly what it is. Blocks, entity classes, items, loot. Okay. Open with Notepad. Let's see. What have we got in here? We have got... Oh, you guys can't see all of it. Now, understand I don't know coding, so I'm guessing. If I get this wrong, you guys let me know in the comment section. This is going to be kind of like a work video type of thing. So what I see is we've got our loot groups, bird nests. It's basically how much feathers we're going to get and eggs that we're going to get. So, okay, it's changing the egg to, possibility to high. Feathers from 5 to 10 or between 5 and 10. I'm not sure exactly which way that means. Adding acids to cupboards. It gives a low chance. That's okay. That's not bad. Increase the number of eggs in refrigerators. A low chance of getting eggs in refrigerators. That might be all right. Lockpicks. Count 3 to 10 in a set. How many do you normally get? Okay, now what I want to find is... is lockpick one word? I think lockpick is one word. Oh, that's not also not how you spell that. Lockpick. Okay, so our original, basically what I did is I pulled it over into Notepad and I hit the find thing. It was under edit and I just typed in lockpick and it says our utility group, our resource lockpick account of 1 to 2. So I'm guessing it's 1 to 2. That would be changing our lockpick from 1 to 2 to... we'll just downsize that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Found it. It would be changing it to 3 to 10. Do I feel like 3 to 10 might be too many? What if we go 3 to 5? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to save, and that's how that's going to change. Do I keep feathers at 5 to 10? I think so. I think so. Feathers are only going to be useful for 1 or 2 things. So now just remember, if you're going to do this, keep your original file. Don't augment your original file. I'm not going to augment the zipped file at all. So in case I completely mess something up, I put something in the wrong place, I can always delete all of what I did and go back to the original thing. Now, what else do we have in here? Let's go ahead and check out items. Open with Notepad. Notepad is just easier for me. Oh, it changes crafting time. Okay, I have no idea what these are in general. Smelting time. You know what? We may not need to change crafting time because we're going to have the forge. I would really like to know what these are base game, you know? All right, let's see. If we were going to do allow upgrade items, that's upgrading. What can we find next? Resource forge steel. Crafting time ingredient 15. Value 2. Wait. Okay, it changes it from 15 to 2? No, for steel it goes to 5. Okay. I don't think I would want it at that though. What if we went for... it was, what, 15? Yeah, what if we take it to 10? That way it's not quite as easy. Where is iron? Forged iron. Crafting ingredient is 10, which is what we moved that one to. What if we did... what if we did 5 instead? So it's still a little bit easier, but not as easy it wants there. So smelting time we need to check. Melt time per unit. Unit iron. Okay. So the original value was melt per unit. It's 0.25. It changes it to 0.1. Yeah, that's pretty fast. That's very, very fast. I don't... sorry. I don't know whether or not I actually want it changing that. What about we go to 0.2 instead of 0.25? And we'll go with that. And the bellows thing is fine. If I invest something that much into it, then we should get like some off of it, I guess. Okay. Now then, we can get back out of here. Loot progression. I'm not sure whether or not it's going to do anything that I want it to do. Engineering perk. Passive effect. Crafting time. Okay, it just increases crafting time whenever you take the perk. That's fine. I think that's fine. Oh no, now it's going to change a whole bunch of recipes. Okay. Bacon and eggs, it takes the raw meat count down to 3, which I'm okay with. On all of the meat, it takes it down. As long as it doesn't take it down to 0. Do not set lower than 3 or requirements could go to 0. Yeah, let's not do that. Iron bars, 50. What is it usually, 100? Iron spikes. You should be able to make a knife with only 1 bone. You should be able to make lockpicks with scrap iron. Reduce the material requirement to craft seeds. It changes it to 5 to 1. And it usually takes 5, right? Do we leave it at that? I don't know that I want to leave it at that. That seems a little bit much. What if we went for 3? Let's just go with 3 on each instead of 5. That's a little bit easier. Resource duct tape, it needs cloth. It takes 1 cloth. Isn't that kind of how it was before and bandages were 2? That seems fine. And it makes the beaker craftable. You know what? I'm good with that. I'm good with that. All right. All right. And which ones have we not done? We haven't seen entity class. Oh, my head. Okay, it's just changing harvest amount. Animal, dog, grace, player speeds. Oh, I did not know you could change player speeds. You know what? I'm fine with that because I usually just hit the shift button the whole time anyway. Okay, now it doesn't give us like, okay, 25 rotted flesh. I don't see us harvesting a whole lot of animals because we're going to be upstairs inside buildings, so I don't think this is going to matter. And who knows, this could be the difference between being able to survive and not being able to survive. I'm going to leave it. If it seems a bit overpowered, we'll come back in and fix it. Harvesting stone and coal. So what does it set it to? 275. What is it usually? 43, 43, 38. Yeah, these don't seem excessive, actually. Yeah, I'm going to say these don't seem excessive. If I got on here and it was like 500 and 300 and such, there's like collapse generator bank, resource, oh, it's scrap iron 480. That's fine. That's fine. That's basically if you destroy or harvest something, you get extra stuff out of. And these numbers don't seem that weird, so I think we're going to go with that. I'm going to say this one is perfectly done. There. All right, what I'm going to do is new folder, fixed files. And that's going to go in there. Okay, now, then I'm going to put a new one, folder, finished augment. Okay, we're going to do that for finish augment. We'll just take the less grind and put it right here. Okay, so I hope that was actually obvious what I was doing. I was mostly thinking. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is all of these mods, I'm going through and checking all of their stuff according to the base game to make sure that it's not giving me too much of an advantage, but it's taking a little bit of the grind off. Longer loot bags, I don't think we're going to have to do anything with. Extract it to here because it should only be for 30 seconds anyway. All right, now just to slow this down and show you guys what I'm doing, I'm taking the XML file, the configuration file, the XML file, and then I'm going to open it with Notepad. It's just the easiest one for me because I can add it and search for specific things. And then I can go to the base game and use the same format to find out what it is in the base game. No problem. Okay, entity class, let's see, zombie template, loot, value, is it value probability? Yeah. Hold on, which one does this one change? Is this the more often it drops or the how long it stays? More loot bags. More loot bags. Okay. How often do we wish to have the loot bags is the question. A regular zombie template is 0.05, so feral, 0.1, 0.2. Am I okay with these numbers? You know what? As little as you often get, I'm going to run with these numbers and we'll try them. And if it feels overpowered, we will fix it. I'm good with that one. We will take that one. And we have finished more loot bags. Now we're going to open this one. The longer loot bags. Now this one should actually be pretty easy. Open with Notepad. Let's see. It stays for 300 at... If I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be like 30 minutes. It's supposed to stay for 30 minutes. So this one's good. This one's good to go. The UIs, I'm not necessarily going to mess around with the UIs. I don't see that being a good idea. I don't know that much about it. Okay. Unself item repair has been hooked up and can be used to trigger game events and trigger effects. Item starts with name gun, starts with name gun melee weapon, or starts with name melee tool. So basically any melee weapon, tool, armor, parts, not contain parts, and not, oh, okay, so it doesn't contain parts, so it won't degrade the parts for those items. The degrade amount is value 1, so it'll go down by 1 level. How many quality levels the item will degrade on repair. The degrade chance is a half. The probability that the item will lose a level requires repair, or It breaks after one false. Okay, so we wouldn't lose it after one. It just wouldn't be. Do we want to leave it at half the time it's a gamble, or do we want to do it at a little bit less than half? I say we go with a little bit less than half. Let's go with like 0.3 instead of 0.5. I'm good with that. That way it's still kind of a gamble. It's not like, okay, I repaired it last time, so it's definitely going to break this time. Or it hasn't broken twice, so it's definitely breaking this time. It'll be a little more of a guessing game on whether or not it actually degrades by not knowing when it's going to happen. Finished. And where's the other one? Item degradation, which is done. And the next. Magazine scraps. Let's check this one. What are we getting out of it? Resource skill magazine scrap. Extends value resource paper. Stack number. Resource paper is what it turns it into? Okay. Custom eye content, which means it's got an icon with it as well. What? Recipes. Okay. Okay, so it scraps each one of them down to one resource. And it goes through all of the books. Okay, I kind of want to throw this into the game and find out what it looks like in real life. And this is basically how we're going to augment all of the files and stuff. All of the things I plan on digging through them to make sure that it's not going to wind up being grindy and that it actually works for the game style that I want to play. I like using mods, but everybody's idea of how their game should run is always a little bit different, so... And then it takes just one page? No, it takes 10 pages. Okay, hang on. I'm not getting a good accurate... Okay. And it takes 10. So I would have to scrap down 10 books in order to make one of my other books. Okay, I guess we'll just keep it the way it is. I'm sitting here looking through it. I'd have to change a whole lot of digits, and I don't mind changing a whole lot of digits, but it occurs to me, looking through this list of stuff, there's a lot of magazines that I'm not going to be using, like blades, knuckles, spears. I mean, all of that stuff I'm not really actually going to be using, and I can scrap all of those, and it's only 10. And I already have ways of getting extra books, so I'm sitting here thinking I don't need to change these. I mean, we get the food magazines pretty quickly, and the seeds, and I mean, we basically get a lot of these really, really fast, and we'll get them maxed out. And getting 10 books that we're not going to use, yeah, I think so. I think we leave it. So that one's done. I don't think I need to do anything to this one. This one, actual book piles. Let's check this one out. So we could also do it this way so you can actually see the colors. Notepad works too. Skill magazines, 1 to 3. Okay. So there's a high to medium chance you'll get 1 to 3 skill magazines. Perk books, 1 to 3 with a high and low chance depending on which groups. Alright, this one actually looks fine. It adds a chance that you're always going to find one, but I think that's good. Renaming the zombies. You know, I honestly don't know if we're going to use this or not, though, because I don't have anything on there to show their stuff. Okay. Alright, that took a long damn time and a little bit of research to make sure I was labeling them correct, because I don't ever go by their original names, but... yeah, that one's done. Oh my god, that took forever. You didn't realize how many guys there were, but alright, so this one's fixed. Alright, let's extract this one. Harmony is gonna have to have scripts done. Clear map, dismiss NPCs. We won't need that one. Force delete all on death, randomize crafting skills, remove land claims, remove player vehicles. I'm not sure that I would want to move vehicles. If I've got a bike, I could go and get the bike. But if it clears my map and I lose my vehicle, I might eventually find it again, right? Or does it just delete the bike? You know, honestly, I'm going to be up in the rafters, so I probably won't even have a vehicle. Okay. Reset player, reset quests. And this is what to give you at the end of it, which basically starts you out as a new person. Okay, I think that one should be fine. I have no idea. The zombies, I shouldn't need to do anything with that one. Yeah, let's go ahead and extract and put the files where they need to go. I think I need more coffee. I'm gonna start falling asleep. Extract here. I just need to take a peek at this one. I don't think this one changes open and closing. Okay. Yeah, that's all it changes. It doesn't change the trader stuff, so I'd have to find a different one for that one. The UI, I'm just going to extract here and leave that the way it is. You're supposed to go in there. The chicken coop shouldn't need anything. Actually, I probably... Hold on, extract here. I need to find out how often it spawns in eggs. Okay, and then extract here. Background. Can I change it to a different background though? Okay, now that whole thing was stupid because it's probably got titles and stuff on there, but yeah, we're gonna give it a try anyway. This is, like I said, silly. That's fine. I haven't been talking. I've actually been sitting here just fiddling around with stuff to see what I can do. I know that there are mods out there that just allow you to change the screen the way you want to, but I was just trying to see if there was like I can just change the picture and leave it at that. Yeah, the only problem is it just so happens that the 7 days to die needs to be lower. But it is working. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Is there a way to change like center bottom? That's all it changes is those. So I would actually have to go into the base game and change where 7 days to die shows up, which I don't currently have. Fixed files, evacuation files. I guess we got this one taken care of too. The only thing we haven't, extract here, I guess. That's all of the mods that I wanted to run. Now, whether or not they all work in the game is completely different. So what we're gonna have to do is actually throw it into a game and just see how it goes. Okay, there we go. All right, now the mod that takes off the time and day did not work. The other UI superseded it, so it is fine. I have my entire box. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got all of that. That is still working. I do apologize about the volume. I don't have my headset in. Let us bring in some zombies so I can see whether or not their names have changed. Oh, I don't have a mod that actually shows their stuff. Hang on. I do need that though. Nope, the zombie is gone. All right. Debug menu, creative menu. It's Karen. No, Karen. Okay. Ow. Not an. Okay, I just need to make sure the Romero's mod's working with all of the stuff in the things. Okay. Okay, she did not help me. Let's do... Got a Maryland. You still seem to be taking a whole lot of damage. I can't really tell if the Romero mod is actually working. Oh no. That's not okay. Alright. Huh. I am confused. It does not seem to be working. Like, there should be a way to open it and put this in there. Okay, I think I'm just gonna remove that one. This one seems to be working. I don't know whether or not all of the stuff and things exist in the game for me to be able to use. I was trying to figure out a way of getting honey, and I think the honey situation from the Wild West mod is probably better than this one. Hang on. I must go see these guys. Chick. Where'd the bunny go? Fluff. Okay. those worked. Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably what I'm going to do because I really don't want to make it more complicated. I was actually just trying to figure out a way of using resources that I might otherwise get in the game. Me being up on the rooftops, I might occasionally have opportunity to take apart a tree. Not very often, which is the reason why I was like, am I going to have very many opportunities to get honey? Probably not, but I don't need it making the game any more complicated. Just having like a low chance of getting honey occasionally would be nice. I just don't see that happening. Okay, so we're going to take out the chicken coops and we're going to take out the beehive. Other than that, I think we're finally done with this. The mod will be coming out next week, and hopefully I will be keeping an eye on whether or not everything's balanced properly. If it's not properly balanced, we're going to go back in and fix it, and now that we've fixed it the way we want it, it should be easier to go back in and fix it the way it needs to be later on. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming along with me on my work day whilst I try to figure out the mods. I will see you guys in the next series where we actually attempt to try and evacuate the city. I will see you then. You have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and you stay shiny.